Hi, welcome to Dr. Harry's Healthy Corner. I am Dr. Harry, and here's something that you don't know about me. I love a good oatmeal muffin. There's nothing like starting a Saturday morning with oatmeal muffin and a little bit of almond butter on top of it. Oh, I'm in heaven. So today I wanted to share my oatmeal muffin recipe with you. And so let's get started with that. And afterwards, maybe you can tell me what your favorite way to start a Saturday is. So what we've got first is the oatmeal. And what I do is I get steel cut oatmeal, and then I ground it in my trusty little high-speed blender. And as you can see, it's a smaller, this is a dry container that allows us to do that. So it turns steel cut oatmeal into oatmeal flour, so you don't have to purchase oatmeal flour at all. And then we have got baking powder, which is really important because nobody likes a hard muffin, right? And then I love cinnamon, so then I put a touch of cinnamon. And then here's where you can get a little crazy with your recipe, right? Today I am using grated coconut, and I am putting a little bit of lemon zest, so that's the grated lemon, a little bit of lemon zest in that. So I put dry ingredients first, and then there's 1 egg, a little bit of olive oil, vanilla extract, milk, and again, oat milk, coconut milk, almond milk, all those are basically your choice. A little bit of honey, and then I usually put a touch of salt as well. Blend all those things together. So let's get started, right? So I've already taken the liberty of grounding this up, okay? So what I have here now is the flour consistency of the oatmeal. So we put that in there. And ultimately, we are going to need a fork to blend that. So what I do is I do that. Then I add the baking powder, dry ingredients first, right? So this is about 2 teaspoons of baking powder, because I put a little bit more because, again, the steel ground oatmeal is a little dense, okay? So then I use about a teaspoon of cinnamon. It's about 2 cups of the oatmeal flour, teaspoon of cinnamon. And then this is a little bit of a grated coconut. So this is also about a teaspoon. Again, you can put as much as you want to. Other options here, I love grated ginger in my muffin as well. I don't have that today, but that's an option for you. And then I add, this is about a half a teaspoon of lemon zest. Add that in and we blend it up. Just dry ingredients first makes it a lot easier to do, okay? Alrighty, there we have it. So now what we're doing now is moving on to our wet ingredients. And this would be 1 egg, about a tablespoon of olive oil. This is optional, you don't have to do this one. And then I put about 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So I love vanilla extract. It's one of actually my favorite things is vanilla extract. As you can see, I haven't even opened this one yet. So then I put about, again, 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then I add, this is about a half a cup of milk. You can put slightly more. Again, it really just depends on the consistency. Then I add a little touch of honey. And I then stir that up. Now, you may find out when you do this that you need a little bit more of the wet ingredients. So then at that point, you can go ahead and add some more milk. So I've decided to add a little bit more milk, so I ended up actually using about 1 cup of milk to get the consistency that I would like. And then you simply mix the mixture until it is smooth. That may take, depends on how good you are at mixing. Remember, I'm never going to be a gourmet cook, but this is how I do it. So after you're done mixing, that's when you would then put it into the little muffin pan. I've preheated the oven already to 375, and then I'll have it baked for about 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so then we'll come back and see what that looks like. So now the mixture is at the consistency that you would like it, and then you just simply fill up your cups like so. And so ultimately what we have is this, and this is what we're gonna place in the oven. And again, about 20 to 25 minutes. Keep an eye on it because every oven is a little bit different. And when it gets nice and lightly colored, golden at the top, stick a knife in the middle, make sure it's done. Then you'll have your muffins. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so it's been about 25 minutes and I've taken the muffins out of the oven and this is what it looks like. Beautiful color, right? So it should pop out very easily since you prepared the pan before, and it comes right out like that. And so you take these out. They go very nicely with almond butter, like I mentioned before, which is my favorite way to do it. Also with some strawberry preserves, they go well with that as well, or simply by themselves. So to recap, it's important to use steel-cut oatmeal because that provides whole grain. And if you remember that whole grain actually is really, really good for the health of the gut. And individuals who consume whole grain, research tells us that they tend to live longer and have less chronic illnesses. So steel-cut oatmeal is a great way to get that. So if you have some recipe ideas that you like to share, feel free to do so. And until then, enjoy the oatmeal muffins, and I will as well. Delicious.